Entitled worker called me a child lover because my daughter dressed like a kid. My daughter has been blessed with her mother's height and fuller figure. With me being 6 feet 1 inch and her mother being 5 feet 10 inches, my daughter is already nearly 5 feet 0 inches at her age and she's considerably developed for her age. She began puberty early and already has large breasts and hips. She has expressed being self-conscious of her body, and has had incidents of being hit on by older guys. Kids at school tease her, boys especially. They make weird comments about her body, which at 11, they shouldn't be making. She's come to me crying about this multiple times. I've taken the initiative to talk to the principal and her teachers, but they always brush the issue under the rug and tell me they're just boys being boys. Since the adults in her life have failed her, she started using fashion to try to appear younger because of this. She is very into kawaii and Lolita fashion. She loves everything cute, bows, rainbows, glitter, pink pink pink. It makes her happy, so I don't see any reason to encourage her to dress more maturely. I mean, she's 11, for Christ's sake, she should be able to dress cutesy. I am 28, meaning yes, she was conceived while her mother and I were still teenagers. I am sure this doesn't help how things might appear when we're out in public. But I never really considered that something like the following would occur. Recently I took her into a hot topic as she was wanting to find some accessories. Immediately upon entering I noticed one employee, 20F, giving us glances, obviously taking special notice of my daughter. I had my guard up a bit, but my daughter gets upset when I linger too closely. I probably took my attention away for not even a minute and my daughter approaches me, seeming very distraught, telling me she wants to leave. I walk out of the store and try to gather what happened. She said the female worker had approached her, telling her it was gross that she was pretending to be a child and that she shouldn't make her weird kinks public. She said nobody needed to see that her boyfriend was into little girls and she's stupid for feeding into that kink. My daughter is extremely shy, and not one to stand up for herself. I on the other hand was effing furious. I told her to wait outside the shop and went in to tell the beach to mind her effing business, and that I'd be returning to make sure there would be consequences for her unprofessional behavior. I caused a huge scene and the manager had to come out to see what was happening. I explained to her that her employee made rude and inappropriate comments to my 11-year-old daughter. I could see the employee freak out at that moment, but when asked if that was true, she said she was trying to protect the girls from PDOs like me. I told her to mind her own business because she clearly doesn't know what she's talking about. That's when the manager asked me to prove that my daughter was actually my child and not some girl I'm dating and making her dress like a little girl. I hated that she was taking the employee's side and that my daughter can't just be a kid in peace. I was basically done at this point. I told them I wasn't going to show them anything because I have nothing to prove to them. I was going to file a formal complaint and get both of them fired. But I never expected what happened next.